Purge Part 9, I think. Things look a little bit different today, and that's because I'm in the process of trying to change the setup a little bit. And I thought I had that angled where the light didn't blind you, but okay, that looks a little bit better. All right, let me run to the YouTube side and just make sure the settings are good, and I'll be right back. Bear with me, guys. I'm almost done. Okay. All right. We should be good on that side. Let me just get my chat on the YouTube side opened up. And we should be good to get started. So welcome everybody on the YouTube side and the Niknax side and all the different sides. Everything kind of looks, I was just saying, a little in disarray because I am in the process of trying to change up our setting a little bit in an effort to hopefully maybe fix the lighting issue, but also a better setup. Down in the basement, I have oh gosh, I think it's like out of the 50s or something. And it's like one of those curio cabinet things. And it's, I had it in my antique booth. And so I figured, you know, it's just been sitting in the garage. I might as well bring it up. And my plan is to, as of now anyway, my plan is to put it like in front of the window here and maybe move this buffet over next to it. And then that way there's a little bit more of like inventory that you guys can see easier than say, hey, this setup, you know, for example. The boxes back here is a lot of stuff that we have ran before. There might be a piece or two in there that we've not seen. I do not mind really where we get started at. I suppose a Trinket box is a good way to start. I am so terribly exhausted, y'all. I should tell everybody, let me weigh this real quick, about 9 ounces. I should tell everybody that I do combined shipping and I refund you for any overage. And I do not charge y'all for any shipping supplies, that kind of stuff. Which, speaking of which, for the first time since I started reselling, which is surprising, I've always gone to Walmart to buy my boxes. And the last time I was looking for a specific box size that I use frequently is a 15 by 12 by 10. And I had to go everywhere. I'm talking Olathe, Gardner, Paola, Shawnee, and they didn't have them anywhere. Well, they finally do now. But now the 12 by 8 by 10s are missing. So I've got a couple left of them and I've got a few other boxes roughly that size. So I think I can make do. But I finally, for the first time since I started reselling, had to go on and order boxes kind of in bulk. Hey, Marla and Lisa D and Fancy Lady. And I think that's everybody on the YouTube side. I hope you guys are all doing good. I apologize. I've been missing in action for a little while. Oh, that's all right, Katie. I'm just running behind. I was planning on having, well, really a whole lot of different stuff done. But while Kyle was out of town, my dad became very, very ill with a respiratory infection. And it was not good. So needless to say, between my mom and I, we were kind of taking shifts, nursing, if you will, more or less at home. And so anyways, I'm exhausted. He's doing better, but it was it was pretty touch and go for a minute there. So anyways, I'm glad you guys are all here tonight, and I'm excited to run this live sale with y'all. So let's get started. This first one is a what they call live edge, I believe, trinket box. It's round. It's a wood turn piece. It's not signed or anything that I am aware of anyhow, but here's the interior of the lid. And let me know if the lighting is terrible or what. I can try to adjust things the best I can. I'm working on getting us set up where, you know, things in general look better. All right, so starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. Cute little, I'm just calling it a trinket box, but I honestly don't know. Well, I don't know what else you would call it. What else it would be used for. I wouldn't think a humidor, because a humidor normally has more like a seal on it, you know? It's got a little Theodore hair on it. All right. The lights look better from your end. Okay, good. That was kind of my goal and continues to be the goal as I continue setting up. I'm going to pull some stuff from, where did I go? Agape. Am I saying it right? Agape. I'm going to pull some stuff that we got there. I went to Savers. I think last night that video came out and you guys probably saw it. So I think probably everything out of Savers we can run tonight. But I also wanted to just kind of go through some of the stuff that we've ran in the past and see, I don't know, see what happens. So I don't know. Let me grab something. Let's do this. I think a lot of people really liked this piece, and I did as well. And I think it's adorable. And what I didn't realize in the store at first was that it's signed down here, Mary 80. And so this black printing part is on the glass, like on the back side of it. And then they have it just yellow paper. And this packing tape, I think, is really just on this cardboard they use to hold the paper on. The frame is like a gold painted, reminds me of like out of the 70s. There's a couple little dings to the edge here and there, but it's overall in really good condition, especially the printing. I thought it was really cool. I love that little thrift store. I'm going to start doing more videos down there, I think. Let's see here. No, I think we're good to go. Okay. All right, guys. Starting at $8, running for 20 seconds. Sorry, I keep seeing my ring light getting caught in the picture, in the glass. I'm trying to keep it where it's not doing it, but I don't know. I'm not a professional, clearly. TMC, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let me mark that down for you. This darn thing is too cute. I had to pick it up. All right. I don't know. What do we want to run next? Let's run our dog. I love this dog. Oh my gosh, Leslie, I know. And they were still there when I went back down to go get that piece, that Francoma plate. I really had to restrain myself, especially because that glass vase was gone. And so then I'm looking at those lamps like, oh, do I do it? But then I reminded myself that I have a lot of lamps. And so, you know. Oh, good. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, TMC. You're very welcome. That thing is so adorable. All right, guys. So this is the terracotta, really, ceramic dog, hand painted, made in Italy. He comes with this zip tie. I'm happy to cut it off if you want me to. But otherwise, I think that's how whoever originally owned him hung him, I guess. I think he's a spoon rest, wouldn't you guys say? I think that's what he is. Anyways, I don't remember any damage to him. He's got a little bit of a glaze skip on his tail, but I don't see any crazing really, or chips or cracks. He looks to be damage free. Let me weigh him. All right, he's just shy of a pound, and he's right at about a foot long and about 5 inches wide. Let me get a setup here. I know I couldn't leave that picture behind over there, that vintage picture. I really couldn't. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't know. All right, that should be good. Okay, starting at $10. I'm going to call him a spoon rest, but I suppose you could use him as a trinket dish, or I don't know, for whatever. Show you the back side of him again. All right, not today, buddy. I think he's adorable. Let me set you there. Okay, why don't we run this perfume? This was another piece I got at that Agape place. And I was honestly surprised when I asked her how much they had on it, that she said $5. And I'm like, okay, so then what's wrong with it, right? And I really, well, there's still a little scotch tape right there, but let me check over like real close on here. Like I'm not seeing any damage to the facets along the base of it, and I'm not seeing any damage to them up on the body of it either. And then the gold top part, now it has the import sticker, iRice import from Japan on here. And the little atomizer squirt piece here, it works. It's a little tough when you try to go this way, but it seems to puff fine when you go this way. So I don't know. But the other part that impressed me about it was the metal on this is all still in really good condition, but it also still had the little pipette. And then where it screws on, all that, I don't see any damage to it at all. Like it's in great condition. And then it comes with what I believe to be the original box. And I think that's the original tissue paper even in there. So anyway, I thought that was a pretty good pickup. Let me see here. Oh, don't freeze on me tonight, man. Come on, Niknax. You guys think maybe it's the time? Okay, let me back out of it and make sure it's not going to double me up. Like the time that I'm on, like, I don't know. See, tried to give me a double one. Okay. All right, we should be good. Okay. So starting at $12, adorable little, I'd say it's pressed crystal atomizer perfume with its original box. In really great condition. I don't find them terribly often where, like, usually this piece is really dried out and stuff, you know, or the pipette part is missing. There's usually something going on with it. Let me see. Oh, Yeah, let's run this little pot. You guys remember this? Okay, these are the ones that in the video I said these little characters here, they are referred to as, if I remember right, like Cocopelli, but they're fertility gods or deities or whatnot, but they're also referred to as the trickster god. And somebody in the comments that I was going back and forth with about talking about these is you can even kind of tell in the style of them. Now, obviously, this is not Greek style, but it very much reminds me of like Greek Pan, you know, that character. And it's just, it's so funny to me how around the world, the story maybe slightly varies a little bit, but the idea behind it is still similar. And I just find that so odd. Anyways, this jar is really stinking cool. I think it's a mold form piece. That's original tag residue to it. And I think it's a mold form piece because along the foot, you can kind of see like a mold mark. But there's no damage to it that I found. And it's hand painted. It's flippin' adorable. Katie, you find Niknax gets bogged down a lot? That's what I'm wondering, if it's like the time I'm going on. Am I picking a time where everybody's on? Because I try to look at the schedule and like make sure it's not super packed, right? But I don't know. All right. I think we're good. Okay. So I love Southwest and Native American style pottery pieces. So when I find them, especially in great condition and at the right price, well, I'm pretty bound to pick it up. I have an addiction, a weakness, whatever. And the interior is glazed. So you could technically put water in there if you wanted. All right. Let me set these on down. What else did we get? What was this? Oh, I haven't finished cleaning that one up yet. Okay, well, let me see. What else? What else did I have that we hadn't bring in? Oh, I pulled this out for you guys because I figured somebody might appreciate this. This is a vintage piece. Spirit of Scorpio. Inspector or Governor. Anyway, it's on, what's this material called? It's not board. It's, you know, there's a certain name for this. But then it's kind of got this wood laminate on here with this white print. But the print's in great condition. I don't know who originally made it. I just know it's definitely got some age to it. I've had it myself for forever. All right. Let me edit this thing here. No, you silly thing. Sometimes when I'm changing stuff, I'll change it and then it auto changes it back. It's so weird. I do. I feel like I've been in a pottery dry spell lately. Until recently, I did find quite a bit at the Goodwill the other day, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for pottery. What do you want? Starting at $10. This cool little Scorpio sign, I guess. It's vintage. I think it's out of the 70s, if I had to guess. And I can't even remember where I got it now. I think I picked it up so long ago, I do not even remember. But I saw it sitting in some stuff, and I'm like, I bet somebody out there might enjoy this. Oh, you guys. Okay, this piece is heavy. Oh, Diane. Oh, awesome. Oh, I'm glad everything arrived intact. Jolene, no sound again. Is that anybody else having issues with sound? No, Jolene, try to go out and come back in and see if that fixes it. I think sometimes it's a connection. I don't know. I'm not a tech guru, but sometimes I think it's the connection, like on the other person's end. If all the rest of y'all can hear me, okay, then that's what I'm going to assume. This piece is weighted. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It is very weighted. It's on a piece of like marble or granite. Oh, sorry, you guys might hear my ice machine occasionally because, of course, I waited, till now to start that. But this is so stinking cool. It's kind of glazed around some of the edge as well, but it's a signed piece. Oh, what does it say? C as in cat, and then Mock, copyright. And it's hand painted little quails. Masonite, Katie, thank you. I can never keep that in my head. I don't know why. It just won't stick. Hey, fancy lady, thanks for joining us over here on the Niknax side. Welcome in. So this is just really cool. My stupid ring light. Can you guys see it okay? It is so, I'm trying to like bring it in as close as I can because it's just such an intricate painting. And on the back of it, it's got a sticker that says hand painted in oils on stone polymer coated in Protect painting. Oh, Carolyn, that's what the C stands for. Carolyn Mock, Bartlettsville, Oklahoma. So, like I said, it's a weighted piece, but it's beautiful. Yeah, it's like just shy of 4 pounds. But it should fit in my standard size box. So, let me hit restart and edit this bad boy here. Now, I'm honestly not really familiar with this artist and I think this is the first piece of theirs that I've ever like picked up. But and I want to say I found it at City Thrift over in Overland Park. And it caught my eye, and I don't know. It was just so nicely done. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. It's a signed piece of stone. It's heavy, but it's got the polymer over it, hand painted in oils by Carolyn Mock, Bartlettsville, Oklahoma. And I know quails aren't everybody's bag of tea. I don't know. I suck at sayings. I'll just stop. I'm not even going to continue trying. Where can I set you that you won't hurt anything? Here, right here. Okay, you guys, hopefully you can hear me. But back here, I have a lot of pictures. We're going to run this guy. Pictures, some vases, teapots, this little wood art guy. This is a art pottery mug. This is an art pottery piece that's signed that I have no idea what it is because what looks like a lid, well, it doesn't come off. So I don't know what it is. And it's funny because Rami mentioned that he has come across similar pieces. So it's a mystery to me. If anybody who does pottery can tell me what the point of that object is, I don't know. Let me weigh this dude. I need to dust him still. All right. Let me restart auction and edit. There we go. Edit. He's definitely not 5 pounds, that's for sure. Okay, so this guy, he needs a dusting. You can see the dust up on him. I'll take care of his dusting needs. But his eyes are black. I don't think they're glass. I think they're just painted. But he is Red Mill Manufacturing, handcrafted in USA. And he kind of feels not plaster, but more like a hydrostone sort of material, if I had to guess. But he's stinking adorable. And there's no damage to him. There's no chips or anything like that. Oh, yeah. And he's signed on his rear end. It says Red Mill copyright 88 down there. But he's just adorable. I love him. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. A little vintage fox. Ooh, I think I saw some coyotes a little bit ago. I was out back with Theodore, and sometimes he stares off at what seems to be nothing and like growls, like just kind of a low grumbly growl, like he knows something I don't, which he probably does. But you know, I used to be like, hey, leave it alone. And so, and I just learned over time, he's a German Shepherd something mix, horse mix, I think. And I just learned over time, like sometimes just let him do it, because he hears and smells and stuff clearly much better than I do. Right. And sure enough, as he's standing on the deck looking outward, and it's kind of like field and stuff, I saw it look like probably coyotes, and you can hear them howling at night in the dark. It sounds like there's 1,000 of them or so. I don't know how many there really are, but there's a lot. But I swear I saw them like darting across the back end of that field. And I'm like, oh, I bet that's who he was forewarning not to try anything funny. Makes me wonder, is there anything anybody that's in here is in particular like kind of looking for? I might possibly have it or have something similar to it. What's some other stuff? What's this? Now it's going to be like an adventure again. Oh, he's a little figurine. This is Thumper. And this is a legit one that was, well, I'll just say contracted out to Kreis and I think that's how you say it, Kreis and Company, Kreiss and Company, out of Japan. And I think they were one of the companies that was actually contracted with Disney to produce like legit Disney figures. So I feel like calling this guy Thumper is actually appropriate. Not only does he look like Thumper, but he has the mark on him by the company who was allowed to produce him. Let me look him over real good. I don't see any issues with him. It looks like his tongue, his red tongue was cold painted, and some of that is missing. But everything else really appears to be under glaze and intact. This right here is not a chip. It's like a little piece of ceramic that randomly got, I don't know, somehow knocked on there. And it's glazed over. So, and there's his base again. Yeah, I don't see any damage or issue with him. He's just adorable. I can't remember when he was produced. If anybody does know, drop it in the comments. I know he's vintage. I just can't remember how old. I feel like he was pre-80s for sure. Let me see. Okay. I think we're actually good. Wait. Let me make sure the shipping was okay. All right. We're good. Okay. So starting at $10 and running for 20 seconds, vintage ceramic by Kreis Company, and it still has the Japan sticker on there. Little Thumper figurine. He's missing a little bit of his red paint on his tongue, but outside of that, he's no chips, cracks, or crazing. He's just adorable. All right. I had that Dumbo one. Dumbo sold, didn't he? We sold Dumbo. I'm pretty sure. Thumper, you're all by yourself. Oh, let me grab this piece again. All right. This one here is unbranded, I think. Yeah, I think there's no marks on the base, and there's no marks like on the rim of the gold up here. You know, like Lampe Burger will usually have Lampe Burger, and then on the other side, France or Made in France or something like that. Leslie, yes. Oh gosh, that thing was so cute. I cannot believe he was in the condition he was when I found him at Goodwill. That's partly why I had to get him. But this is very much reminds me of a Lampe Burger piece. It's in basically new condition. Let me see. It does have a fragrance, so it might have been used at some point, but I mean, the wick is like, looks new. I don't see evidence of oil really on it. It's in wonderful condition. Show you the gold top and everything. Get back in there, buddy. Don't fight me. And so then it has the gold cap that goes on top. So when you're not wanting to diffuse the air, you can close it up. And then it has the cage piece. And this is one of the ones that has like, it's the heavy metal cage. I have come across the ones where the cage looks the same, but it's like really lightweight. I don't know what metal this is made of, but it has some weight to it. Then you go down here to this art glass side of it. And I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's an amber color and it has these like streaks of brown, like thin little brown lines that streak down it. There, oh, there, now you can kind of see it pretty good. That streak down it. There's no damage to it that I found. I'll probably try to like wipe it down a little bit for you, but other than that, I don't know who made it, but it's beautiful. That's what I knew and went with when I found it. Fancy lady, you're interested in the perfume bottle? The one I ran earlier from, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but Agape? I'm never going to get it. You guys know that. It's not going to happen. What was it? Just over £1. All right. It's okay. It's like I was telling somebody in the comments the other day. I'm like, man, y'all, I have to put in effort, which isn't hard to do because working in healthcare for so many years, you work with so many people, you have to speak as clearly as possible and stuff. So like, I've learned to do it, but like my natural just twang can sometimes be difficult to understand and stuff. And so I'm never offended when somebody tells me I'm pronouncing something wrong because it does not surprise me one bit, one bit at all. All right, guys, starting at $12, running this really cool, I'm just going to call it kind of art glass style. It's formed in mold is how I should say it. Oil catalytic diffuser, I think is what they call it. I wish I knew who it was by. It kind of looks like it has a sticker residue from whoever made it. All right, fancy lady, let me grab that piece again and we'll run it again. Let's get this guy here. Okay. Buddy, I'm going to move you so I have a little bit of space here. I don't know where I'm going to move you to. Right there. That works. Okay. So, comes in the original box. Satin pewter. I don't really know what that means. So, I'm assuming it's the original box. It certainly does fit it. And it has what I believe to be the original tissue paper in there. The box itself, I mean, it has a little bit of wear, but it's in pretty good shape. I checked this over earlier and I cannot find any chips or issues. There's a little bit of scotch tape. Maybe I can get it off real quick. A little bit of scotch tape right here that I need to finish getting off, but there's no damage to the crystal part. I believe it's probably a pressed in mold piece. There's no damage to the top of it either. Let me set it down. On this piece here, I can't remember what this is actually called, but the little puffer part, it squeezes perfectly fine when you go this way, but when I go like this, it's a little bit tight. So I don't know if maybe it just needs some extra working out or what, but it works perfectly fine like that. The metal part here, the cap and everything is in perfect condition, and it still has the little, again, I don't know if this is the correct term, but I'm going with pipette piece, which, like I was saying before, usually when I find these pieces, like this part's completely dried out, or it's missing the little pipette, or, you know, there's chips, or I don't know, some issue. So I love that it was, because I didn't look it over in the store, you guys. All right, it's about 6 ounces. Let me restart us here. I didn't look it over in the store. I just asked her how much it was, and then she didn't want to forget about that. I said, okay, I want it. And so like she just had it up there and like already rung up, and I just took my chances with it. From what I could see and through the glass, it looked okay. But again, you can't touch the puffer thing. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. I don't know why I'm only showing you the box. Because I'm a professional. Oh, yes, it'll come with the box. Yep. Anytime I have stuff that is original to the piece, like box-wise and all that stuff, I always try to include that. All right, fancy lady, congratulations. Beautiful piece. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys, it has that sticker on the base of it. It was imported from Japan by iRice. So I thought that was cool too. All right, I'm going to put the painter's tape on the bottle itself, I think. Let me mark that down. And just to remind you guys, I do combine shipping. I refund you for any overage. And I do not charge you guys for shipping supplies or anything like that. So what you pay is just whatever the shipping people make you pay to take it to you. I don't know. Let's run another vase. Let's run this vase. This one, I haven't finished getting the sticker off the bottom, but when I see the base and the pontil and it kind of has this scoop mark, and then if you look real close at it, a lot of times you can see like these super tiny little streak marks in it, like their way of polishing it out. And generally, in my experience, when I see a pontil like that, it's a piece made in China. And there's nothing wrong with pieces made in China. I'm just saying that when I pick a piece up, that's one way that I kind of personally gauge whether or not, you know, there's a likelihood it was made in China. So just based on the base of it, I think that this very well could be. But it's white cased in red with these black streaks. It's very contemporary. It's clear on the bottom of it here. I do not see any damage to it. I think it's about 6 or 7 inches tall, and it weighs just shy of a pound. Oh, you're very welcome, fancy lady. Let me get us edited here. Okay, we should be good. All right, so I'm still going to go with art glass vase, but it looks to me like it was blown in mold. White cased in red with the black streaks. Really pretty. No damage. All right. Set you back down here. Okay. Is there, again, anything anybody's like trying to like look for in particular? There's a possibility I might have it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to run this with you guys next. I'm going to change it up on you because I found these in stuff as I was moving things around. If you missed the earlier segment, you can tell my setup is a little bit different. I've pulled everything out of the dining room. These boxes right here are stuff primarily anyway that we've ran before or seen before at least. And I'm kind of rerunning a lot of that stuff. But I have this curio cabinet, I think out of the 50s. It might be the 60s, but I think it's the 50s. And I had it in my antique booth. and it's been in the garage since I closed my antique booth. And so what I'm thinking is, you guys can't see it super great, but I'm thinking of putting it in front of my dining room window. It's cool. It has a light in the top of it and stuff too, and then glass shelves. And then that way I can set a whole bunch of stuff out on it. And then this buffet over here, I'm thinking I'm going to slide over next to it. Now, I know aesthetically, as far as feng shui in a normal dining room, that doesn't look pleasing. I know that. But for setup for live sales, I think it might work, guys. So that's my current plan, and that's why things are in shambles, and I apologize. But because of all that, I came across this. Oh, heck, I don't have enough room to back up. Okay, so it's an apron. I'm going to put it on just for somewhat of a size reference. I would have to fold it up a little bit, but there's double pockets on it. I don't know how well you guys can see it. There's the bottom. Let me take it off. I'm not going to lie. It's, I don't see any major stains to it, but I don't know. I kind of like it just the way it is, but I could see someone else maybe wanting to whiten it up a little bit more. Let me back up so you guys can see it maybe. There's no damage to it, and it has the two ties. Let me bring it up close to you. But I don't know. I hope the coloring's coming through okay. And here's the bottom design. So I think it's adorable. I freaking love it. And it's a thin material. Like, I'd imagine this is either linen or cotton or something. It feels like a natural sort of like material, you know? And I can't imagine this weighs much at all. So I'm not even going to bother weighing it. All right. Edit item. This one, I know we can put down a little bit. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right, update listing. There we go. All right, so starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. I don't know when it was made. I don't know who it was made by, but it's adorable and it's in great condition. I don't have the best setup to really show it to you guys, and that kind of sucks, but that's okay. All right, I've got a couple other little aprons. They're smaller, that they're not the full, you know, chest and lap coverage. They're just the skirt kind. All right, so I've got this red checkered one that, oh, the darn table's in the way. You can see fits around me as so. To give you a sort of size reference, I guess I would call it small then, if we're going by that. Theodore's hair. There's nothing in this house that I do not find that dude's hair on. So anyways, this looks like it was handmade at home, probably on a sewing machine. And it's got all this like cool kind of, I don't know what you'd call that, sort of embroidering or stitching going on the base. And here is the opposite side of it, the back side. And as you can tell, it does have that pocket up here. It's in perfect condition. I don't see stains, tears, or any other issue. Restart. All right, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. I do have the By the Sea mugs. What box they're in? Well, that'll be interesting. I'll try to find it. I'll try to find them. All right. I don't know. Maybe we wait and run this apron. This apron here is larger than my size. That little red one was closer to my size. This one, it fits, but it forms almost a full skirt on me. And I like that it's red and blue checkered. And again, I don't see any stains, issues. with the material. It has those two big pockets up here. Nice lightweight. Really pretty. I like it. Sorry I don't have the sizes on hand for you guys. I literally found these right before. Will I sell the 3 aprons for 21? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Okay. I have no problem with that. Run all 3 of them. Starting at $20. Running for 20 seconds. No problem, Diane. There's the last one I just showed. And the red one. And then you got this one here. All right. DF Weaver, congratulations. These are so stinking cute and in such good condition. And I've had them stored away for so long, I have no clue where I got them. Not one clue. Let me grab this little bag to stick them back in. Oh, wait, that's the wrong bag. I'll grab a new bag. Because I've got bags. That way I can keep them all together and put the tape on the outside of the bag. All right. Shove you guys in there. What was that? Number 2? Yeah, number 2. Okay. Sorry about my ice machine, guys. You know, I always pick the best times to, well, to do everything. All right. Oh, nice. That's so cool. Awesome, Diane. That'll be so awesome. What was it? Oh, I don't think you guys have ever seen this piece before. I think I took photographs of her and I was going to list her, but I just couldn't really find any info on her. And she's like art pottery and she's signed down here. I don't know who EM is, but I guess she maybe be hand formed, but there's definitely some hand work done and she is hand painted. She's got some age to her, for sure. She does have crazen and she's got, no, that's underglaze. She's got a flea bite somewhere. Where is it? Where's your flea bite? Oh, right here on the back side of her basket. She's got a little flea bite. Oh, you're so welcome, Diane. But I don't know. Where would you guys say she's from? She's carrying a basket. Like I kind of get sort of a Dutch kind of feel to it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I found her at the Goodwill over in Overland Park. I remember that. And she had a male companion, but he was like busted up. It could be Argentina. Like when I Google lensed her and stuff, I could not find anything on her. So I don't know. She could be worth $1 million and I have no idea. Probably not, but still, you know what I mean. But that's why I never got her listed. And then I saw her sitting upstairs and I'm like, well, why don't we just run you in a live sale, lady? Because maybe one of y'all knows something about her that I don't. I know she's got age on her. She's very unique. She's very folk art style, you know, regardless. But, and then I don't know, like the basket on her back, I suppose you could use that as a planter. I don't know why she has an open basket on her back. I don't know. $10 starting bid, running for 20 seconds. She is signed by at least whoever painted her down here. But it's just very folk art style figurine. And I don't know why. Sometimes I find these pieces like this and I'm like, you look interesting. And I have no idea. And then I pick them up just to see if I can figure anything out. But you don't always. Sometimes they remain a mystery. What else did we have? Oh, I wonder if any of you guys would be interested in this. Okay, so this piece, I think I had in my antique booth and it never sold. It's an RS Prussia marked number 4. The base of it's kind of hard to read, so that's why I have this handwritten part. It was based on the mark when I did the research. It was circa mid 1880s to 1910. It is about 5 1/4 inches tall. It's hand painted, completely hand painted. There's a look. Do I have it right set up? There we go. There's a look at the mark on there again. As far as damage goes, I don't think there was any to the little spout. The handle, there's not even gold loss to the handle. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's in like excellent condition and it's just beautiful. It reminds me a lot of like how left-in stuff looks, but it's not. It's Prussia. An antique piece to boot. All right. All right, guys, starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Tiny little, would it still be considered an oor in this shape like that? Or creamer, or I don't know. It's a beautiful piece, though. And legit hand painted. This is not transfer. It's another one of those pieces that I've had for forever. And I think I took it up to my antique booth, but maybe I never did. I don't know. I don't remember now. Jolene, congratulations. Thank you very much. What was that? Number 3. All right. Put that along the bottom there. Okay. I don't know. What else do we want to run, guys? What was in this? Oh, that's that little kitty music box. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys want to run? Here. We haven't ever ran this picture before. Milk glass. I have some milk glass. And mugs. Jolene, are you talking about these mugs? No. Mugs. Oh, I have that. The by the sea mugs. Let me look for them. Since I've shuffled everything, I'm not positive where they are, but I will try to find them. And milk glass, I do have a vase back here. I have that canister. And I have a set of like tavern scene milk glass. What would you call them? Mugs, I guess, tall mugs. Let me run this picture real quick. I don't know who made this picture. It is not marked. It's got an applied handle. It's amber color. It's got some water spots on it. I need to wash it. I haven't done any cleanup on it yet, but it is really cool. Let's see here. It's a little less than 2 pounds. Let me fix this up. If I had to guess, I would say that's a blown-in mold piece. Oh, hit the update button. All right. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. An amber glass pitcher. Just kind of a unique shape. And I imagine it originally probably came in a set, but when I found it, you know, like with matching glasses, when I found it, there were no glasses or anything with it, sadly. All right. Set this down. Okay, let me see if I know where those mugs are real quick. What's in here? No, I know it's not in that. I mean, this one though, possibly. Nope, that's all our pottery. I know it's not there. That's not done right. Is it? I found them. Okay. Still has some adhesive on here. I'll clean off for you. Let me see if I can get it with my shirt. Because otherwise it makes it look like it's stained. And it's not. Let me double check over both pieces and make sure nothing's happened since we saw them last. Looks to be in good condition. This is the design on both cups. It is Gwyneth Leach is the artist. And this one here is called Coffee by the Sea. And I believe she does like paintings, but I think it's like oil on canvas. And then they have taken and put it onto mugs. And so it's a ceramic mug. And I have a set of them here. And let me double check this one here. Don't see any damage to it. Looks to be in great shape. Oh, they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And her work, I guess I had never heard of her until I picked up these mugs. And I guess she's a pretty well-known artist and stuff. So, oh, let me weigh them real quick. All right. They're just over a pound. Fix their shipping. All right. All right, guys. So starting at 18, running for 20 seconds, the set of Gwyneth Leach Coffee by the Sea mugs. And super cool. I love the style on there. And the colors. It reminds me very much of, you know, like turn of the century, sort of like bathing suits and that kind of thing. Jolene, congratulations. Thank you very much. Let's see, that was number 4. All right. Mark one of these here. And let me set them over here. Okay, now as far as milk glass goes, who was it that was asking about milk glass? Will you scroll back up? There we go. Oh, 2 pigtails. Is there anything in particular you're interested in? Do you want to look at the vase? I have some other vases, but I moved them over to just list them regularly because they're so huge. that I don't know. I'll show them to you though. If you're interested, I'm happy to run them. Well, hold on. Where did they go? Be a good question. Oh, they're right here. I hid them from myself. Okay, so I've got 3 vases like this, and they're not, well, they've got a mold number on there, but they're not marked by the maker. I feel like they were anchor hawking, but I could be wrong on that. But I have 3 of them that have the fluted top to them and this sort of hobnail with the line on it here as well. And then there's one. So it's a set of 4, but one of the 4, instead of it being kind of a flared or fluted out sort of top, it is a straight up and down scalloped top, but same body style with the hobnail and the lines. And as far as I know, they're all in perfect condition. So if you're interested, I'm happy to run those. The smaller vase I have that's milk glass is this one. You want me to run those larger ones? No problem. So then I have that smaller one there. Oh, and this one here, it's a little Randall piece. So we can run us some milk glass. I don't remember how much one of these weighs. 2. Okay. Duplicate. All right. So for these taller vases, they do need a larger box. Let me see here. And so I do apologize, but I do combine shipping and I will refund you any overage. Let's see. Okay. That should be good. Okay. So this one here is for the 4, total of 4 milk glass vases, starting at $12 for the 4, running for 20 seconds. And even this one that with the straight up and down top, it's not marked on the bottom either, but I think these are all anchor hawking. All right, 2 pigtails. Congratulations. Thank you. Set those there and I'll put your tag on them here. Yeah, they're beautiful pieces. What was that? Number 5. Okay. And then we can run this one. The upcoming estate sale for my friend. If you go to that video, I think it was my video that came out last night, and you go into the video description, Katie, there's a link in there that'll take you right to, like, directly into the auction site. So I hope that it should work anyway. It worked when I tried it, so let me know if there's an issue. All right, that one's just over £1. Let me duplicate here. Edit. There we go. All right. This one definitely doesn't need that large of a box. It definitely doesn't weigh the same. So let me fix our shipping back up here. All right. Update listing. Okay. So this one here, again, it has a mold number on the bottom for number 9, but I honestly don't know for sure who made it. It's got a scallop top. There's no chips. There's no damage to this vase at all that I have seen. BD, you have a large glass, milk glass pitcher and large glasses to go with it. Do I find they sell well? They've been in your basement. They can. It depends. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Assuming their condition is all great and everything. You know, there's a lot of people out there that enjoy milk glass. It could sit for a little while, but it depends on who made it, like what the pattern and style and all that kind of stuff is and whatnot. But no, if you go on eBay and search through sold comps, of just type in something basic like milk glass pitcher, milk glass glasses and stuff, and just look through it, and you'd be pretty surprised. All right, starting at $10. Running for 20 seconds. Yeah, there really is something elegant about it. And I like it too because you can use it year round. You know, you can alter it based on what flowers you put in it and stuff like that. Like you can, I don't know. I've always enjoyed milk glass. All right, 2 pigtails. Congratulations. Thank you very much. What was that? Number 6. All right. Got that one marked for you. Okay. Here, we'll run this one real quick and then we'll do that little. Can I do the tall mugs also? Yeah, you bet. Let me run this one real quick. Hopefully you guys can see the design on there. This one here is sort of like cherries right here. And then this one is more grape, cherries, grape, all the way around. It's got a scalloped top. There's no chips or cracks or any issue that I feel on it. The interior is beautiful. The base of it says Napco 1186. Cleveland, Ohio, USA, number 11. So just an elegant little grape and cherry planter, pedestal planter. Let me weigh it real quick here. All right. He's just under 2 pounds. But I love it. I think that thing's cute. All right. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. Wonder if I can see. No, I don't think I can see the opal. Oh, yeah, Diane, that would be beautiful. Using milk glass like as your primary serving set and stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, let me grab the mugs. That way I can bring all 6 of them at one time. Okay. So I have a total of 6 of them, but on one of them I found, not this one, like a flea bite to the interior of the rim. It's this one. And it's smooth. It's not sharp, but BD, it's not working. Your bid pedals, your bid did not go through. Uh-oh, should I run it again? You still want all 6 2 pigtails? Okay. All right. All right, guys. And then here, 2 pigtails. Let me run that base again real quick so that I don't forget to. Okay. Where the heck did I put it? There it is. Good Lord, I just set it down. All right. So this is the one that I just ran. It's a little pedestal planner. Starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. All right, Petals, congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay, now we'll run those mugs. What was that? Number 7. Okay, I got that marked for you. Okay, so the mugs, which one was it? I still want to show it to you. Even though 2 pigtails, you said you wouldn't care either way. If I can get it to show it to you. It's right here, but it's pretty smooth. And I think that's why I didn't notice it before. But there's a total of 6 of them, and the other 5 are in perfect condition. The scene on them is the tavern scene, and that's the base of them. And again, I think Anchor Hawking made these, but somebody, if I'm wrong, correct me, because I very well could be wrong. All right, what is one of them weigh? A pound. All right. Okay, girl, let me get us set up here. Edit item. Don't freeze on me, buddy. There we go. Okay. I think those we could probably do a little bit smaller box than like those vases. Okay. And again, guys, remember I do combined shipping and I will refund you any overage, but I do also want to make sure your packages get to you intact. All right. So set of 6 milk glass mugs. One of them does have a tiny flea bite to the interior of the rim. The other 5 are in perfect condition. The base of them, they're not marked with anything, so I'm not positive, but I feel like they were Anchor Hawking. All right, 2 pigtails, congratulations. Thank you very much. All right. Mark that cup there. Okay, I'll set that there. And then, okay. Oh, here's the small one. This is a Randall vase. If I can get it to show you the debossed name there. And this is just a cute little small bud vase, but can you guys kind of see it? That opal fire ring or whatever on there. I love that. Absolutely love that. Super pretty vase. And no damage to it at all that I've found anyhow. There we go. $10. And let's fix that shipping because it definitely doesn't need the same criteria as the other ones. All right. All right. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Vintage Randall milk glass in perfect condition. Bud vase. Yeah, I love decorating with milk glass. I have a couple of plants that refuse to die even when I accidentally neglect them. They're not hard to bring back. But I have a couple of hobnail. Can't remember who makes them. They might be Anchor Hawking too. But hobnail planters, you know, that they sit in. I love them. They're out on my back porch. Well, in the screen room. All right, 2 pigtails. Congratulations and thank you very much. That was number 9. Okay. Come here, Tate. There we go. Set that there with those. Okay. Now, milk glass wise, I think we had one other piece, right? Well, I've got that jar back there if you're interested in it. Now, this piece is also in really good condition, but it's the same thing. It has, good night, Diane. Oh, 2 pigtails, you're leaving. Well, have a good night. I know, my dog, he's waiting for dinner. So I'm not going to be hanging out too much longer anyway, but, you know, we're having fun. Why not? So this piece, it does have a tiny flea bite. I don't know how well I'll get it to even show it to you. Can you kind of see it there? It's smooth to the touch, but I do want to point it out. It's right here. It's not on the spout. It's right up here, kind of on the eye slit part of it. But it's a similar design, grape on vine. And it's not marked with any maker's logo, just debossed with a mold number of 11 on it. But really pretty. Let me weigh this thing. All right, a little over a pound. And okay, we should be good. All right, guys, starting at $10, running this milk glass pitcher. It does have one tiny flea bite. Oh God, let me find it again. Right here. But it's otherwise in perfect condition. I love the foot on this thing, like an sort of octagonal shape. Okay. I don't know. Let's run a couple more things. Is there anything else anybody was kind of like hunting for? Trying to think. What about here? Let's do this silver plated jewelry box. It has a sticker on the back. It says EP zinc alloy silver plate Hong Kong. So it's got this adorable bow right here. And I thought that was rhinestones, but it's just little like beads, you know. And the hinge is in great shape. And then you open it up and ta-da. And it's Jolene run the milk glass pitcher. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me pause the jewelry box because we've still got the thing set up for that. So we can just hit restart and do it again. All right. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Small flea bite. Gosh, I have trouble finding it up here. But even if it's tiny and hard to find, I don't want you guys to be surprised, you know, like that wouldn't be very nice. Jolene, congratulations. Thank you very much. All right, what was that? Number 10. Jolene, every time I see your name, that song goes through my head. Who originally sang that? Wasn't that Dolly Parton that sang that? And then I think Miley Cyrus did a rendition of it, which I was actually impressed with Miley Cyrus's version of it. She did pretty good. Oh my God, Dolly Parton. I know. All right, guys. So back to this silver plated jewelry box. Now the inside, it's not just lined. There's like a foam cushiony thing going on down in there too. But it's a teal lining. And it's overall, I mean, like you could polish it up a little bit around here where you can see some, what's the word for that? Not fade, but what is the word for that? Oh my good golly. My brain is off. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I would leave it if it was me personally. BD, you were thinking the same thing, but you were too scared to say anything. I don't think I have a good enough filter. I try. It's definitely never my intention to offend anybody, that's for sure. But I think that we have a pretty good crowd with us that has a good sense of humor. Tarnish. Thank you, Rami. Oh, it's Sunday, Rami. That's right. You're off. How you doing? Diane. Well, Michael Jackson did, right? Yeah. I know. I totally forgot it was Sunday. You guys, I don't even know what is going on. I have been so, like I was saying earlier, I had so many plans to like get all this stuff done while Kyle was out of town and stuff. And with my dad being so ill, I was over there like nonstop. And so nothing got done, including the laundry, which is wonderful. Oh, goodness. But I'm working on it. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. All right, guys. Starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. Adorable. Oh, there you go. Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp. Yeah. So silver plate, little jewelry box, foam cushion with the teal like silk liner on there. I know. I love when Rami pops in. Oh, you guys, I got this. Let me take this off because I don't want to do like we did that raccoon piece where I peel off the sticker and they were hiding damage. No, it looks okay. Okay. Get off of me, sticker. I think this piece was signed too. All right. So this is a decorative piece. Southwest or Native American style, but it's hand painted and it is in the shape of a canoe. So I don't know what you'd use it for, like air plants or a trinket dish or whatever. But I don't see any damage to it. Here's the other side. And on the base, C. Bagaya S. John Dene laughing. I don't know if I'm saying any of that correctly, but that's what it says. And so I don't know. I found it at the Goodwill and it was by itself. I'm sure it probably came with other things at one point or another. It wouldn't surprise me anyway. Here's the other side again. And it does look hand carved, but it's ceramic, which is nuts. So, I mean, I don't know. And I have no idea who this artist is, but it's so cool. And it was damage free. So naturally, I picked it up. When do I pass up Southwest stuff? I don't know. All right, let me make sure all our stuff is good. We should be good. Okay. So starting at $10, running for 20 seconds. But I guess that's what I was thinking was like little air plants or, you could do trinket dish or something like that with it. But I think little, or like, could you put cactus in that, you think? Like the little small cactus? Because that would look kind of cool. All right. Set that down there. Let me see. I kind of wanted to run a couple things. Oh, this is Thumper. We ran him earlier. I know. We had this art pottery piece. Oh, fancy lady, good night. I hope you have a great night and an awesome Monday, because that's what tomorrow is. Monday, Monday. This piece, as far as I know, I mean, it looks like they maybe stuck a candle down in here, but like never actually used it, like burnt the candle on it, because there's no evidence of like wax down in the base or anything like that. So I think they stuck a taper candle in it and just used it as decoration. But it's a hand-formed art pottery piece, and it's marked, but I have no idea who those markings are. Right, just another Manic Monday. That's exactly right. All right, a little over 1 pound. Let me get us squared away here. Okay. So art pottery candlestick, hand formed. Again, it's marked, but I don't have a clue who those markings are. There's no damage to it. It really looks like it was never used. I think they used it as decoration. And I don't blame them, because it's beautiful. All right. This guy here. What else did we have in here? What is this? Oh, this is that Italian vase. I was hoping I'd see that, but oh, that's Thumper. Thumper, I keep picking you up. What about this bowl set? I keep looking at it. So this bowl set is in great condition, right? If I remember correctly. Let me double check. It's got a little tape residue hanging on there I need to get off, but this piece doesn't glow, does it? Did I check the little... Hold on. No. No, I don't think either piece glows. So I'm not sure if this was originally like one of those chip and dip sets that would have had like the little hanger that hooks on the side and held it, or if this would have been like a serving bowl and this would have been one of the, little bowls. I'm not positive on that, but either way, it's the set of these two green bowls. I'm not sure who made them. They're not marked. I can't remember. I feel like I looked it up when I did the video, and now I can't remember. It is what it is. Let's see. They're just shy of 3 pounds for the two of them. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right, guys. So for the set of two bowls, they're both in perfect condition. I don't see any damage on either. I need to get the tape residue off and wash them, but other than that. But no, they're not marked anywhere. I can't remember who did them. I feel like when I looked them up, actually, though, that I saw a few different, like people were referring to a few different companies that did them. And that's always possible. You guys know how the vintage glass went, What else? I don't know. I keep asking you guys if there's anything y'all are interested in or looking for in particular. And I can see if I've got it somewhere in the pile. And this isn't even all of it. I still have some boxes on the floor and stuff too. But my hope is that I'll be able to have it all set out, at least most of it all, where everybody can kind of see it, What was it? Oh, this piece. I think we might have ran this piece last time, but yeah, I try to make sure they're clean. I do my best anyway. This piece here, the porcelain itself is unmarked. I don't know. It is signed Joanne 76. It's got some like scroll work detail up here. It is all completely hand painted. It's a 3-footed little cash pot, I suppose, flower pot. But it's really stinking pretty, like really well done. That freaking ring light is driving me crazy. I hope you guys can see this okay. And then the body of it, they kind of did like a mix a little bit of like, you know, there's like blue around here, but then there was going to be some green. There's some blue here, but then some green over here and stuff. Like they did a beautiful job. All right. It's just over £1. Restart. I don't think I need to do anything. Oh no, we need to fix the shipping. Just over £1. Okay. All right. So starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. It's 100% hand painted by Joanne in 1976, I think it says. No chips, no cracks, no crazing. And I typically don't often pick these up, especially when it comes to like the plates and stuff. I used to because I think they're beautiful. But for me, they tend to sit for a while. But this was not a plate. This was a 3-footed planter, cash pot, rose bowl, whatever you want to call it. And it was hand painted and signed. And it was gorgeous. So I gave in, is what happened. I don't know. Should we run one more thing and then I'll let you guys get out of here? I don't know what to run, but what was that? Oh, that little wood guy. I don't know if anybody would be interested in him. That's all the milk glass. I know. Maybe I'm the only one who loves these things, but I do love them. And I'm shocked that nobody has snagged these yet. These are Mexican blown glass, and they are truly art glass. I need to finish getting the sticker off the bottom, but it's got a nice, smooth, crude pontil. I love the crudeness in Mexican blown glass. I can't help myself. And so it's an applied stem that's in the shape of a cactus with little cactus arms. No chips or cracks, no damage to it. This one has a completely green stem, and then the foot is a blue color compared to this one that, again, is damage-free, blown glass, but this one, the green stem has yellow arms, and the base kind of, it's either clear and it looks kind of greenish because of the stem, or it's a slightly green glass. Either way, they're freaking cool. I love these things. All right. They're just shy of £3. Let me restart auction. And dun, da, da, da. So hopefully for my next sale, I'll have everything set up and looking cooler. That's my goal. All right, starting at $12, running for 20 seconds. I picked Kyle up from the airport last night his flight got in at like 8:40. And by the time he got out of the airport, it was like a little after 9. And so the airport, well, it's a ways away from us, about an hour almost, pretty close to it. So, you know, by the time you get home and you finally get settled enough that you can like sleep and stuff, it was super late and it's been nuts. Hey, La Love. I'm getting ready to head out. I'm going to go find somebody to raid. We've been on for, I think, an hour and a half, but I'm worn out, y'all. So if there's oh, I will. If you're interested in him, Leslie, I'll run down and get him, and then I can list him, you know, in my Niknax store. And then, oh, I will. All right, Leslie, I'll run down there. If they're still there, I'll grab them. I'll grab them for you. That's no problem. All right, guys. I don't know. Today's Sunday. I would suspect probably Wednesday. I'm thinking maybe is when I'll be back on. I might come back Tuesday, but right now I'm thinking probably Wednesday to give me enough time to hopefully get all this set up and bring up that curio cabinet and all the you know, y'all know how it goes. So let me see who we can go raid. Who's on here? Let's see. Let's go over to Jolie Flips. All right, guys. I will see you later. Thank you for coming to hang out. Have a good one. Have a happy week. Let's go for the